Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Good as Gold number 40. Today is Monday, June 4th, and I am OrD. That's me, this guy. Hi. You can find me all those beautiful locations down below. A shout out to, they're up here. They're up here. A shout out to Zeke, our sponsors, and also to SC2 Tactician, who will be featuring in future tournaments. Let's bring you into this game number 2 of the finals of Good as Gold number 40. Boom. Ignore how silly that overlay is because it just doesn't have the right colors on it. We have our Zerg's supply in the blue on the left. Why did they do this to me? And the light blue on the right hand side for underpowered. It's currently 1-0. Everything is now beautiful and updated. And in the lower right hand corner, in that slightly darker blue, it is the Zerg player, Awoken. Will he go on one base still, or will he wake up and play some macro? Let's find out if underpowered is up to the task of pushing it into a decisive game number 3 by winning this game number 2. Not really a whole lot going on. I think I got a little used to having a secondary caster with me. Lefty was there with me earlier, but we were experiencing some lag issues. Seems to be all fixed and all pretty now. If it's not, please message me in chat right now. In the meantime, we're going to follow this SCV on his very, very circuitous route to scouting the main of his opponent. He could not have picked a longer route. See, he's going to go and he's going to go all the way down. He's going to go here, and then he's going to go all the way over, and then he's going to come up here, and he's going to find that there's already a spawning pool down. I don't know why I said already. Are we getting an oh my goodness, we get an expansion out of Awoken! Yeah, that's the first time we've actually casted a game where he expanded. So please forgive my excitement and enthusiasm. You don't have to. Command Center being upgraded to Orbital Command. That's about the most interesting thing we have going on for underpowered. In the meantime, Awoken is simply getting some drones. And I think actually I'm just realizing that our sound is off. No, it's not. Okay, just all ambient sound is done. That's fine too. In the upper right hand corner we see a Overlord coming in, attempting to scout if there's been an expansion taken just yet, and he sees that yes, there has. And in the meantime, the Command Center cannot see that the Overlord is right up there. The scout finally from underpowered coming in here, and ooh, just barely avoiding a queen. And let's see, did he? Yeah, he actually did see that the expansion had gone down, so that is just great awareness out of him. He had sent 3 Marines down there to try to harass it. However, the queen already being on the low ground meant that there was no chance for those Marines to get anything done. Really. They may have been able to suicide themselves in and killed like 1 drone, but a good decision out of underpowered, deciding that that kind of trade is not what he wants, as he takes 1, 2 gases and still waiting on his Command Center up top to be completed. His second rack's on the way. Really hope to see him lay down another racks soon, as he is floating around 300 minerals, and then he's got both of his refineries done. He's going with 3 and 3, wants a lot of gas, probably planning to go up to that factory in just a moment. Haven't seen him, no, never mind. He did make a tank earlier, but it was not very effective just due to its timing. We have only 1 extractor with 2 spine crawlers going down, but only 2 drones in this extractor for Awoken, who is going with the Roach Warren. And I don't know, I can't decide, because if he was going to be aggressive with the Roach Warren, I don't think he would have made the spine crawlers. Here we have some Lings poking up and in, one of them dying, the second almost dying, as underpowered has a bunker down. And I would like to note, as we see that these Marines run back up and in, to make the most effective use of a bunker and a ramp, it normally makes sense to move the bunker back away from the edge. I know it's counterintuitive for a lot of people, but as you see, the vision ends at the bottom of the ramp. So you're not taking advantage of the fact that the bunker's range really does reach down into this area here. So if you don't have anything down on the low ground spotting, having your bunker here on the high ground is actually not optimal against Zerg. Now against Protoss, it's very different sometimes because if you were to say build a supply depot here, and a bunker all the way back here, against Protoss they're just going to bring stalkers in and snipe that off. But against Zerg, they have roaches and Zerglings early on, and the roach does not have a very great range, so it's not going to get close enough to be able to hit the supply depot without the bunker being able to address that issue for you. I like the choice of an eBay going down up here just in case there's another planned Baneling attempt. However, we instead see 3 spine crawlers coming down. There's 3 queens. Definitely very safe play out of Awoken, who's staying right on par as far as economy goes, it would seem. No, never mind. He is just way behind. I'm not quite sure what's going on with Awoken as he's upgrading now to a lair. And I guess he wants to lay down a spire? I'm not sure. Or is he just going to go with a Ling Roach attack? 2-base Ling Roach. He stopped Harvesters at 24. Let's open up that production tab. He's 2 more coming behind this attack, but Stim's about to complete. Siege Tech may even be done before this attack is initiated. Tank is getting into position to be utilized. It could also go up here on the high ground and actually be just that much more useful. But again, we see that the vision is just not quite there for underpowered. The Lings now get an interesting path of rooting. Again, that Siege Tech is about 30 seconds away. I just don't... Oh, nice little attempt there. However, the Marines managed to make it back, and that bunker just goes down in basically 3 shots. But with the tank backing up these Marines and Marauders, the DPS is going to be too high for the Roaches. A good decision for Awoken to pull out there. Underpowered, definitely coming out way in the advantage due to that engagement. The fact that Awoken doesn't have a 3rd base down is a bit disconcerting on his end. Now the Baneling nest goes down. It's almost as if he says, oh, I see you have a wall for my Banelings. Underpowered taking an interesting position with this tank. It does still cover the majority of the ramp, but allows this portion to not be. However, this tank is covering the portions that it does not. Anything here in the middle is going to get double shelled. I do like to see that. Also, if a bus goes down and Lings run by in this direction, that they have to then come back up this way to kill the tank. So it gives the SCVs a chance to run back and maybe like repair here. So we'll see if that's what the plan is. I do like that he's flanking it. I'm just a little confused why he's quite so far back. Yeah, I can't come up with any other reason than that. We have the Roaches and Lings still out, and Awoken seeming to fall asleep on his macro here. He's just not producing enough drones. Now he's got a Spore Crawler, a Hydralisk Den. It's as if he's expecting some Banshee play, but that's just not what's happening. This is not the Awoken that we're used to seeing. He's been supply blocked continuously. Well, supply blocked on and off and on again. And actually, the computer that I was using to monitor the stream just went down. It overheated. Apparently, it is pretty warm in here. 3rd Command Center now down for Underpowered, who's a good 30 supply ahead. And normally, when you're at the 11-12 minute mark and you're taking an expansion against Zerg, you would expect them to be thinking about setting up their 4th. So the fact that Awoken has not yet set up his 3rd is disconcerting indeed for his future chances. We have the Hydralisk Den going, or that is completed. Obviously, we touched on that earlier. So Awoken playing very safe, but getting supply blocked again. Evolution Chamber down, but not doing anything. Baneling Nest has not increased movement speed just yet. We have Roaches up top, some Lings in support. I'm not sure what Awoken's plan is right now, but he's definitely about to get crushed if he engages this army, even with the unsieged tank. The Lings go up to the high... Ooh, wow, they just barely skirted by. And now they're attacking the warping... Oh, orbital. Oh, and underpowered. It's like, well, that's cute. You think I'm going to move out of position? No, I'm in fact just going to kill everything you have, and we're going to lose some mules and some SCVs up top. Unfortunately, he didn't grab just a few, and run them up top. All right, finally he, unsieges move command, taking a lot of damage that he doesn't need to right there. Ooh, wow, the computer's starting in the background. Roach is surviving. Underpowered, not really taking that engagement very well, but I can't say I blame him, as I would have expected a lot more units to be out there too. Looks like Awoken just apparently doesn't like to take this third base on this map. I can't blame him when Terran's just up top, because that makes drops oh so easy and oh so tempting to do. And I think that's also why we have more Spore Crawlers going down, as he's just trying to avoid any kind of drop play. But I'm not sure why you would expand here and then lay down Spore Colonies here, because this path right down here in the middle and then to come into the main is pretty rare. If anything, the dropship's going to come in from this direction, or if it's going to try and come down from this side, you have a hatchery that can have a queen down, can have a spore colony down. So I'm not positive I love his positioning of that. We have more racks coming down out of Underpowered, who's moving up onto creep, finds the queen who's trying to lay down creep.